when we talk about boundaries here, a lot of times we're talking about them in real complex ways. Like, people are not used to living with boundaries in our household, and now we're going to start living with boundaries. But that's not the only time that we're dealing with boundaries. We're dealing with boundaries every time we do anything. Every time we interact with any other person, there are boundaries there. If I go to the Piggly Wiggly to buy some pork and beans, and I'm in the pork and bean aisle, and I walk by a woman standing there with her kids, and I notice that she has a nice butt, I can't just reach my hand out and grab her butt. Why not? Why can't I just do what I want to do? Because of boundaries. What will happen if I reach out in the grocery store and grab this woman's butt in the grocery store that I don't know? What will happen? What will be the consequence of that? I'd get arrested. First of all, I'd probably get a black eye or slapped in the face, and then I'd get arrested. And then I'd probably go to jail. Then I'd have that on my record for forever. Might have to pay thousands of dollars in lawyer fines. What are we talking about? We're talking about boundaries, consequences, concrete consequences. This is an everyday life thing. It's not just some special arrangement that people put in place from time to time for specific things. There are boundaries governing the world all the time in small and large ways. So, in the past we've talked about the BCCCs of emotional health: boundaries, communication, consequences, and conditions. What would be the condition part? If she and I make eye contact, and I'm like, hey, and we get to know each other, and then she allows me to grab her butt, I've met the conditions. It's allowed. It's no longer off limits. So I'm just using that as an example to illustrate how the BCCCs of emotional health are in play everywhere for everything. Boundaries, conditions, consequences. So that's what I say, that the unhealthy person has the illusion of total freedom. It's only an illusion of freedom. Unhealthy people seem to do what they want, how they want, but they're not doing what they want, how they want. They don't know what they want because they've never had anything better than what they've got. And they're not free because they're following a program. They're following a program of emotionally unhealthy perceptions and attitudes. So they are slaves to those unhealthy perceptions and attitudes. They cannot do things in a way that deviates from those unhealthy attitudes and perceptions because they don't know anything else. So they are enslaved to that. Why not become enslaved to something that is more harmonious with life, brings you better results? So true freedom is escape and enslavement to those unhealthy underlying perceptions and attitudes. So we go from being slaves to emotional disorder, emotional chaos, emotional unhealth, and we go to being slaves to healthy laws and principles. And that sort of life, it's such a great trade-off. Let me tell you, it's such a great trade-off.